In the past, he remembered how that little boy went to his neighbor's house every day to play, even playing house together as husband and wife. That childhood friend was named Hinata-chan, with whom it seemed they did everything together, including acting in adult films. But now that she's grown up, she has become extremely sophisticated and cold. What on earth happened during that time? Could it be that Hinata-chan is suffering from a nervous breakdown or autism that no one knows about? Without realizing when it started, Naruto-kun always felt a devilish gaze following him, and the center of that gaze was his childhood friend, Hinata-chan. One could say they were so close as children that they filmed adult movies together. But since entering high school, the relationship between the two in class has become strangely distant. In fact, since starting middle school, the number of times they walked to school together could be counted on one's toes, and their conversations became very sparse. And now, as Naruto-kun, lying face down on his desk, reminisces, he suddenly realizes that he and Hinata-chan stopped calling each other's names in the night without him even noticing. Clearly, they had a great relationship as kids. But everything stopped there. Wanting to go back seems comparable to asking a group of girls to go buy gifts for the guys. Then, he returned home. Currently at home, his lovely younger sister and his mother had just returned from the supermarket. As soon as he got home, his mother informed him, "Hinata-chan is coming over to our house to film today." Huh? Ew. Before her son's astonishment, the mother complained, "Oh, weren't you so used to Hinata-chan coming over to play? You two had such a good relationship." The important thing was just now at the supermarket in Times Square. Mom happened to run into her. Although she had heard about it before, currently the female lead is actually living alone. After starting high school, because her parents transferred for work, she began an independent life. Whenever that girl is mentioned, Mom always remembers her saying, "I love your fried chicken the most. You make it absolutely wonderful." So at that moment, Mom invited her over for dinner. Hearing that, the younger sister also jumped for joy. She really wanted to have dinner with sister Hinata-chan. Speaking of which, the mother meaningfully added more details. For her son, Hinata-chan has become very beautiful lately. Even though she was cute as a child, seeing her this pretty now, I bet she's very popular at school, right? Faced with this question, the male lead did not answer directly. Thinking back carefully, that childhood friend is indeed not like the other cute girls in class. She just quietly sits and reads a book alone in a corner. Hearing Mom constantly praise her beauty, the younger sister, Lisa-chan, asked, "So when is she coming over, Mom?" "Probably after 6 p.m. Mom replied immediately. After confirming Hinata-chan would come, the male lead quietly left the living room and went back to his room. For some reason, he suddenly wanted to use the vacuum cleaner to clean up. The trash can must not have any trash. And most importantly, those comic books on the shelf. Books like One Piece, or those with slightly sensitive covers, or authors' commentaries, should best be hidden to stay out of sight. After a while of cleaning, the male lead suddenly realized, "Wait, why am I cleaning my room? She's clearly not coming in here." Just as he was about to give up, he suddenly noticed the photo album on the bookshelf. It seemed like it hadn't been flipped through in a long time. Actually, Naruto-kun isn't the type to reminisce about the past. It's just that his mother loves collecting these things. Perhaps because he was thinking about old stories today, he happened to open the album. He found photos from elementary school. Back then, his sister was still very small. He, Hinata-chan, and their friend Sakura-chan as well. Their relationship back then was extremely good. Like that photo taken at the San Diego Zoo. In chronological order, the next page would be photos from when they were even younger. He searched for a long time. Finally, his eyes stopped at, in the memory reels, of the times playing with his childhood friend, Hinata-chan. They used to play in the water together, play hide and seek, build snowmen, and even film adult movies. Flipping through a round of photos from their school days, Naruto-kun suddenly realized a problem. Why are there so many photos of her? 3 thick photo albums proved to Naruto-kun that he and Hinata-chan were truly inseparable in the past. He still vividly remembered the moment his mother mentioned the time Hinata-chan ate fried chicken. "Kids, we have fried chicken today." Just smelling the aroma of the fried chicken, both Hinata-chan and Naruto-kun were overjoyed. Hinata-chan ate very fast. Her eyes seemed to glow because of her favorite food. Seeing that scene, the questions in Naruto-kun's heart seemed to have found an answer. He said nothing more, only quietly continued his meal. Through those streams of memories, Naruto-kun knew well that Hinata-chan really loved eating fried chicken when she was little. He still remembered one time she came over to film. Because they were too excited and couldn't shoot straight, they both got scolded by their parents. If he remembered even more clearly, when going to sleep, they often had identical habits, such as rushing toward the bed at the same time. The time they spent together was longer than the blank moments. Every time he recalled Hinata-chan's smile, Naruto-kun felt an unceasing sense of nostalgia. However, why did she used to come over to play so often as a child? Yet now everything has become so different? No matter how much time passes, in the eyes of parents, the two children seem to remain unchanged. But this subtle feeling of distance is perhaps something only those involved can truly understand. In class, they sit far apart. If they are forced to speak, they act excessively polite. When the childhood memories end, in Naruto-kun's mind, only the image of a Hinata-chan with the cold face of the present remains. Right at that moment, the doorbell downstairs rang. A young girl with long black hair, looking calm and lovely, stepped into Naruto-kun's house. She gently handed over the gift prepared for today. Naruto-kun's mother was, of course, extremely delighted. "Oh, having Hinata-chan come over to play makes me happy enough. Why did you bring a gift, sweetheart?" As soon as his mother finished her sentence, the younger sister rushed from behind, enthusiastically leading the way to invite her inside. In a brief moment as the sister dashed past, Naruto-kun's and Hinata-chan's eyes accidentally met. Being childhood friends who were so familiar, neither of them thought about having to reintroduce themselves. But in the very next second, Naruto-kun's stomach suddenly growled. Growl, growl. "Ah, sorry. It's because earlier my mom was reminiscing about how you used to come over to play," Naruto-kun explained embarrassedly. Hinata-chan lowered her head, whispering to herself, "Can I call you Naruto-kun like before?" Hearing that sincere question, Naruto-kun did not object. Truthfully speaking, all this awkwardness came from his mother's impulsive invitation. Having said that, Naruto-kun began to lead Hinata-chan toward the living room. From behind, she softly uttered a word of thanks. Since it was like that, Naruto-kun also wanted to call her name naturally for once. Then, "Can I also call you Hinata-chan? Is that okay?" Hearing this question, the girl froze for a few seconds, then quietly followed behind Naruto-kun without any objection. "Oh come on, aren't you done yet? Ms. Tran, hurry up. Hurry over here with me." The younger sister's urging broke the awkward atmosphere between the two. The dialogue just now was something Naruto-kun never dared to dream of. To be able to call each other's names like the old days? But what amazed Naruto-kun, Hinata-chan, and the younger sister even more, was the mother's cooking skills. The plate of fried chicken looked perfect in color, aroma, and taste, and it was incredibly generous for a Naruto-kun with a rumbling stomach. At that exact moment, everything seemed to return. Looking at the plate of fried chicken, Naruto-kun couldn't stop drooling. His mother quickly invited Hinata-chan to sit down. "The feast is about to start. Today, your father will probably be home late because of work in Manhattan." As soon as his mother finished her welcome, Naruto-kun and his sister immediately tasted a piece. "Oh my god, it's so delicious." Naruto-kun instinctively glanced over at Hinata-chan. The person across from him now looked exactly like she did as a child. Her eyes beginning to sparkle with a glow because of the good food. This was the scene the younger sister looked forward to most. "Sis, please eat a lot." After saying that, the little girl also began to feast enthusiastically. This joyful scene made Naruto-kun unable to help but burst out laughing. He suddenly remembered. In the past, every time you ate, you would show the exact same expression. Hearing her son say that, the mother immediately launched a support move. That's exactly how it was. "Hey, you two, don't laugh at the poor girl. I just can't stand Naruto-kun." Hinata-chan replied softly. Just a few teasing sentences made the distance between the two shrink significantly. Seeing that her son seemed to have caught the rhythm, the mother flashed a reassured smile. "It feels as joyful as the old days again." Truly, when the mood is good, the appetite increases accordingly. The whole family quickly carried out a clean plate mission. The little sister ate a lot, her mouth constantly praising the food. Hinata-chan also frankly shared that the aunt's cooking skills were now even better than before, worth more than $1,000. However, the joyful time passed so quickly. It was already time to say goodbye. Realizing that sister Hinata-chan was about to leave, the younger sister pouted immediately. "Oh, are you going home already?" His mother then chimed in. "You can drop by here for a meal anytime you want, sweetheart." At Naruto-kun's mother's invitation, Hinata-chan replied with a smile. "I'm so happy to hear you say that. The food was truly delicious. And I also want to learn how to make such wonderful dishes. Just like you." Hearing that, his mother seized the opportunity. "That's easy. Just come over here often, and I'll teach you. How about that?" In that moment, the plan concocted by mom and the little sister had been a great success. Before she left, the younger sister emphasized once more, "You absolutely must come to my house often. Okay?" The little girl's excessive enthusiasm made Hinata-chan pause for a moment. But then she softly replied, "I know. I will definitely come by often." Hearing that, the mother looked relieved, then told Naruto-kun to see his friend out. "It's very dark outside. Walk her part of the way home." Leaving the mother and sister behind, the two began to walk down the familiar street. Just like at school, Naruto-kun started to apologize for his sister's noise. But in Hinata-chan's eyes, the little girl was very lovely. Isn't it good to be that lively? Besides, I feel very happy because after a long time, I can talk to you like this again. Huh? Really? Walking for about 5 minutes, Naruto-kun had escorted Hinata-chan all the way back to her house. Since growing up, this was a first for me. The distance of less than 5 minutes was truly too short. Mission accomplished. Naruto-kun waved his hand, saying goodbye once again. Hinata-chan also softly wished him good night and promised to see him at school tomorrow. However, on the way back home, Naruto-kun fell into a terrifying internal struggle. Hinata-chan had just eaten dinner at his house. Nothing too groundbreaking had happened, and they used to call each other by their first names all the time back then. Everything was clearly just returning to how it used to be. Wasn't it? Why has nothing changed? Yet my heart is beating wildly like this? Because he was so nervous. He didn't even have the courage to call her by her name to her face just now. To solve this great dilemma, that very night Naruto-kun used his phone to search for a lot of information. But no matter how he searched, only Hinata-chan's smile appeared in his mind. And so he stayed engrossed in searching for answers until 7:50. The next morning, when the alarm clock rang, Naruto-kun had stayed up all night. All because of the childhood friend he hadn't been close to for a long time, who suddenly visited his house yesterday. After finishing his morning routine and stepping down to the living room, his younger sister was still full of energy as usual, while mom had finished preparing delicious slices of toast. But the sharp-eyed mother quickly noticed her son's haggard look. Did you stay up late last night? Looking at her son, who appeared as weathered as an ancient tree. Mom didn't scold him but only wished him a happy new day. And reminded him to be safe. Just then, the younger sister suddenly discovered Big Brother's bento box was left at home. Misfortune never comes alone. Since it was already this late, the sister wouldn't have time to bring it to school. To help him. Forget about that. The biggest problem was that our male lead, Naruto-kun, would have no lunch. And rummaging through his pockets, the remaining change wasn't even enough to buy a single meal. During recess, right next to him, a couple was openly showing off their lovey-dovey romance. Babe, is this the lunchbox you made for me? Right? Witnessing that scene, poor Naruto-kun didn't know where to go. So he buried his face in his school bag, pretending to sleep to escape reality. In the midst of that, a miracle happened. Naruto-kun, here is your lunchbox. Naruto-kun looked up, wondering in his heart, who is this? Is it my sister? Of course not. The person standing in front of him was Hinata-chan. Oh, how do you have my lunchbox? To Naruto-kun's dazed question, Hinata-chan explained, while I was on my way to school, I ran into your mother. And she asked me to bring it for you. So that was it. It seems it was all thanks to the arrangements of Mom and the little sister. Noticing that many classmates had not yet arrived, Hinata-chan suddenly suggested exchanging contact information. Asking for Facebook, WhatsApp, etc. Naruto-kun started in surprise. But Hinata-chan nonchalantly thought that with their relationship, having each other's phone numbers was perfectly normal. Besides, last night I promised your mother that I would regularly come to your house to play and learn how to cook. After finishing her explanation, Hinata-chan returned to her seat. Naruto-kun's world once again returned to its initial tranquility. In fact, the recent conversation lasted less than a minute. But in that short span of time, he had not only received his lunchbox but also obtained Hinata-chan's contact information. He looked up at the clock, feeling as though the time ahead was dragging on so slowly. In class, even if Naruto-kun tilted his head to steal glances at Hinata-chan constantly, no one noticed. While flipping through her book, Hinata-chan suddenly looked toward Naruto-kun as well. Their eyes met, and both of them froze, stunned for a long moment. Finally, Hinata-chan narrowed her eyes, causing Naruto-kun to turn his face away in a panic. Naruto-kun, oh Naruto-kun, you mustn't forget, we are just childhood friends. To distract himself, Naruto-kun decided to put his bag away in his personal locker. His state of mind lately had been truly strange, especially since last night after hearing Hinata-chan call his name, suddenly remembering that they had become friends on their phones. He decided to send a text message thanking her for the lunchbox. The moment the message was sent, Hinata-chan replied within a heartbeat. It's nothing. By the way, it turns out you still like that drawing. Don't you? That drawing was a pattern from their childhood that they had watched together. And now it appeared on Naruto-kun's lunchbox. Her words shook him. That was from so many years ago. How could she still remember it so clearly? Not just the drawing. Hinata-chan also frankly texted that she still remembered how, in the old days, Naruto-kun absolutely loved eating the fruit jam in his lunchbox. And she still clearly remembered his blissful face at that time. Hinata-chan's messages made Naruto-kun suddenly realize a reality. He thought he had grown up and changed. But it seemed he was still no different from that little boy years ago in her eyes. Their first time texting went very joyfully. Looking at the lines of messages from Hinata-chan, Naruto-kun's mood was both happy and complicated. That feeling which was hard to name once again surged powerfully within his heart. That strange feeling became even stronger when a sudden rain poured down after school. On Naruto-kun's way home, the sky suddenly turned dark and unleashed a torrent. With no other choice, he had to take temporary shelter in a gazebo. Right at that moment, A familiar figure appeared before him. Oh, Hinata-chan? Hinata-chan's thinking was exactly like Naruto-kun's. Since the weather forecast didn't say it would rain, she intended to walk home just like that, never expecting to get stuck midway. So the two childhood friends could only sit next to each other in the gazebo, silently watching the curtain of rain grow thicker by the minute. Hinata-chan seemed quite surprised to see Naruto-kun sitting here taking shelter, because from what she knew about him, he should have stood up and dashed straight into the rain to run home instead. Hey, I'm in high school now, okay? So I've ditched all those childish games, Naruto-kun argued. Hinata-chan curiously asked further. Why, when he was little, no matter how much he ran in the rain, he never got sick. Speaking of this, the young girl couldn't help but giggle softly. That sweet smile made Naruto-kun feel an indescribable restlessness. He stood up abruptly as if wanting to run away immediately. Meanwhile, Hinata-chan was still absent-mindedly watching the sky. It looks like the rain won't stop soon. We'll probably have to wait a long time. Naruto-kun at this point had no mind left to care about the rain, because his head was filled only with the image of Hinata-chan's smile from a moment ago. Wait, why did he have this mindset? Could it be that he actually had special feelings for her? To be honest, previously Naruto-kun always considered Hinata-chan a best friend. Or if anything more, it felt like being family. However, that completely failed to explain why his heart was beating so wildly like this. The restlessness was so clear on his face that it caught his friend's attention. Because he accidentally thought of those weird things, Naruto-kun felt a bit guilty. Hinata-chan noticed his evasive gaze. She looked down at herself and suddenly blushed, embarrassedly hugging her school bag tightly to her chest. Both fell into silence for a long while. Suddenly, Hinata-chan sneezed and began to shiver from the cold. Seeing that she didn't seem well, Naruto-kun immediately rummaged through his bag for a clean gym suit. Hinata-chan was extremely astonished. He remembered, when she was little, Hinata-chan was actually very easy to get sick. Every time she played too hard or got caught in the rain, she would fall ill immediately. And every time she was sick, Naruto-kun felt extremely lonely. In other words, since childhood, if her nurturing presence was missing, his world seemed to lose its color. The moment he blurted out those words, Naruto-kun realized he had just said something very cheesy and embarrassing. He turned away, but saw that Hinata-chan wasn't angry at all, on the contrary. Her face grew even redder. To cover his embarrassment, he stood up straight, acting like a reliable older brother. It's very cold after the rain. You must pay attention to your health. Don't catch a cold. Thank you. Next, his friend intended to change her shirt. Naruto-kun's gym suit seemed a bit too large for Hinata-chan, which surprised her. Naruto-kun, when did you grow up so fast? To verify her words, she skipped right in front of Naruto-kun, stood on her tiptoes, and observed him carefully from top to bottom. After a while of effortful comparison, she finally accepted the truth. No matter how much she stood on her tiptoes, she was no longer as tall as him. Clearly, back in elementary school, Hinata-chan was always a whole head taller than Naruto-kun. Just as Naruto-kun was about to say something, Hinata-chan suddenly realized the rain had stopped. The rain stopped, let's go home. After that little side story, the two continued their march back home together. Except, that strange feeling in Naruto-kun's heart still didn't disappear. That strange feeling surged back intensely. However, Naruto-kun's anxiety was soon cleared away by the young girls. Explanation. I want to explain a bit. During those years as kids when I couldn't play with you, I was also very miserable. Hinata-chan's sincere confession made Naruto-kun freeze. Now, the one feeling flustered was him. And then, not far from expectations, the next day Hinata-chan caught a cold and had to take a leave from school. Could it be that even in this matter, she hasn't changed? Naruto-kun thought to himself. Because Hinata-chan fell ill from being in the rain, he immediately organized his books, put today's homework into his bag to bring over to her house. Seeing this, his mother began to advise her son. But Naruto-kun waved it off. "You don't have to worry, Mom. We won't have direct contact. I'll just put the homework in the mailbox." Hearing her son say that, his mother became even more worried. She immediately turned around, thinking that if her son was going to Hinata-chan's house, he definitely had to bring that thing. What was that thing? It turned out to be a $$10 bill. Not only that, his mother also remembered there was still some medicine left in the house. To be honest, seeing his mother's over-the-top worry, Naruto-kun couldn't understand it at all. Seeing that her son still didn't get it, she said it straight. "Hinata-chan is sick. Take this money and buy some vitamins, fruit jelly, electrolyte drinks, and stuff. Or buy some more snacks that she likes." Seeing his mother talk on and on, Naruto-kun interrupted. "She just has a light cold, Mom." But as he stepped out into the hallway, he had to admit the wind today was indeed a bit cold. His mother left one last sentence. "Hinata-chan is living alone. So no matter what, you have to help her. Hurry up." Having said that, she gave her son's shoulder a hard slap to urge him on. After that little side story, Naruto-kun finally left the house. He followed the familiar path through the park toward the supermarket. Following his mother's advice, he bought all the necessary items. Except, he wasn't quite sure what kind of snacks Hinata-chan liked. Now, just like that, he walked around the supermarket for a long time. Not until he looked at his watch did he startle, realizing he had to deliver the goods immediately before it got too late. He found his friend's place based on his childhood memories. But right before pressing the bell, a terrifying question flashed through his mind. He is a boy, and Hinata-chan is a girl. Behind that door was the territory of a single girl living alone. Even if she was a childhood friend, was it okay for a boy like him to just enter the house? He stood hesitating in front of the door, the shopping bag in his hand swinging to the rhythm of his thoughts. Anyway, Hinata-chan is just a childhood friend. I'll just give her the things then go home. Thinking so, Naruto-kun slowly pressed the doorbell. Strangely, there was no answer. Naruto-kun guessed she must be sleeping. He looked at his phone. It was true that earlier, buying things had taken too much time. A moment later, slow footsteps sounded from inside. "Sorry for making you wait so long." The young girl's weak voice made Naruto-kun start to worry. Could she have fainted earlier? The door opened, and Hinata-chan appeared looking unsteady, her face flushed red with fever. Her condition was truly bad. "It's okay. I feel better now than I did this morning." After a few social inquiries, Naruto-kun held out the stack of homework and explained that the teacher asked him to bring it. "Homework? Thank you," Hinata-chan said softly, intending to take the documents to her room. But the next second, she suddenly wobbled as if about to faint. "Hey, are you okay?" For some reason, Hinata-chan weakly slumped to the ground, her breathing rapid and uncontrolled. She seemed to be using the last bit of her strength to try to explain something. "Just now, opening the door took all the strength I had. I think I just need to sit here and rest for a moment and I'll be fine." What? Was Hinata-chan's condition even worse than Naruto-kun imagined? At this point, he had no mind left to worry about the distance between boys and girls. He just wanted to help Hinata-chan into bed to rest. Hinata-chan immediately agreed with his suggestion. But the problem was that she couldn't walk steadily anymore. "Can you be like in the old days and stay by my side to take care of me?" "Huh? Are you serious?" Naruto-kun could not believe it. In this situation, did Hinata-chan still have the mind to joke around? But unfortunately, she wasn't joking at all. Her soft but clear laughter proved her sincerity. That smile seemed to bring the distance between them closer than ever before. Leaning down to look closely, Naruto-kun saw that Hinata-chan was truly very weak. her eyes tightly closed as if she were about to fall asleep right there in the hallway. With no other choice, he took off his shoes and stepped inside. "All right, you said you couldn't walk, right? Come here, I'll carry you. You really don't mind, do you?" It's okay." The next second, a miracle happened. As soon as Naruto-kun agreed, Hinata-chan suddenly burst with an incredible strength. She quickly approached and hopped onto his back before he could even react. "Hee, it's been so long since we played this game. Today, we finally get to play one more round." Hearing Hinata-chan mention their childhood game, Naruto-kun's body instinctively and skillfully hoisted her up. That's right. When was the last time the two of them carried each other like this? But at that exact moment, a bolt of electricity flashed through him. Naruto-kun suddenly felt the softness of Hinata-chan's body pressed against his back. "This is bad. This feeling is completely different from when we were kids." This powerful impact caused Naruto-kun to freeze right on the spot. This made Hinata-chan wonder, "Oh, what's wrong, Naruto-kun? Why aren't you moving?" Seeing him standing still as a statue, she suddenly thought of something. Could it be? Does Naruto-kun think I'm too heavy? No. It's absolutely not a weight issue at all. How could he dare say it was because she was too close to him? Faced with the young girl's question, Naruto-kun immediately shook his head vigorously in denial. After a small commotion, Hinata-chan's mood seemed to have calmed down a lot. Naruto-kun quickened his pace, intending to lay her down on the bed immediately. But for a sick person, this sudden speed was hard for Hinata-chan to accept. "Hey, go a little slower." Finally, Naruto-kun safely placed his childhood friend down on the bed. He began to follow his mother's instructions, taking the electrolyte water out of the supermarket bag and opening the cap with a "cool guy" flair. Hinata-chan was both surprised and delighted. How did Naruto-kun think of buying these things? That's so thoughtful. He then explained that there wasn't just water, but also vitamin jellies and the medicine his mother sent. "Hee, thank her for me. Please give her my thanks. Though, I'm still wearing my pajamas, hee. I originally intended to change into proper clothes before seeing you." Hearing his friend's apology, Naruto-kun hurried to explain. "It's okay. I understand. Because it's Naruto-kun. It doesn't matter at all." Hee. Seeing Hinata-chan get so worked up over such small things, Naruto-kun felt a wave of worry. Is she behaving like this because the fever has made her delirious? What was scarier was that after the excitement died down, she lay perfectly still without moving a muscle. Fortunately, Hinata-chan's steady breathing helped Naruto-kun feel somewhat relieved. She had fallen fast asleep. Looking at the soundly sleeping Hinata-chan, Naruto-kun suddenly thought about things he had never considered before. Initially, he only planned to simply drop the homework in the mailbox and go home. But after seeing the weak state and the flushed face of this girl, he truly couldn't bear to leave her alone in the empty room. Regardless of the fact that he was a boy who had just invaded a girl's room, regardless of the fact that the other person was the friend he grew up with, there was one undeniable truth. Looking around the clean and tidy room, Naruto-kun saw that he couldn't help with anything else. So he intended to slip away quietly so as not to disturb his friend's sleep. However, just as he was about to leave, Hinata-chan suddenly grabbed the hem of his shirt from behind. "You can't go. Please don't go. I'm begging you. Don't leave me behind." In an instant, the young girl who was always so composed suddenly became extremely clingy. Without any reason at all. She just wanted Naruto-kun to stay right here. Hearing those words, childhood memories suddenly flooded back into Naruto-kun's mind. This phrase, "don't leave me," it seems Hinata-chan used to say it in the old days too. Didn't she? Even now, hearing it once again, the feelings of the past once more invaded his heart. Why is my heart beating so fast? Could it be that I've caught the sickness too? She clung to him from behind with a look full of pain and regret. making Naruto-kun unable to help but recall a scene from their childhood. Sob, can you please not go? Just a moment later, the image of that adorable little girl from back then overlapped with the beautiful high school girl standing here now. Being held back by his childhood friend like this, Naruto-kun felt utterly bewildered, even though scenes like this used to happen as often as daily meals. Hinata-chan continued to pout. I feel so uncomfortable inside. Going to the hospital, eating, or taking medicine, none of it feels right if I'm all alone. It turns out it wasn't just the art style that changed. Naruto-kun thought to himself. Could the fever have turned Hinata-chan back into the child she used to be? But her words made him think twice. Hinata-chan had been living alone all this time. No wonder his mother was so worried. To Naruto-kun, the flu was a small thing. But if one woke up alone in a pitch-black house, their mood would surely hit rock bottom. Thinking this, Naruto-kun turned back and sat beside her bed. Are you really going to stay here? Hinata-chan asked with a sleepy voice, burying her head in the blankets before she could even finish. Well, I just thought that being by your side makes me very happy. Oh my god, this is over the limit levels of cute. Seeing his friend curled up in the blankets, revealing only a shy smile, made Naruto-kun's heart race once again. If you could stay here until I fall asleep, that would be wonderful. Naruto-kun, with the logic of a practical guy, retorted. If I wait for you to sleep before I leave, then who will lock the door for you? It's okay. I have a spare key right here by the bed. You take it, and then just lock the door from the outside. Seeing that Naruto-kun didn't refuse, Hinata-chan began rolling around on the bed in joy. This energetic display made Naruto-kun worry sick. You're ill, yet you're rolling around like a crazy person? It's okay. It's really okay. Before she could finish her sentence, Hinata-chan collapsed back onto the bed. The playful atmosphere suddenly returned to silence. Watching his little friend sleeping while still wearing a faint smile, Naruto-kun felt as if neither of them had grown up at all, remaining exactly like the old days. Could all of this be caused by the fever? Even his thumping heart, was it infected as well? If so, it wouldn't be strange. It's just that when Naruto-kun thought of the cold Hinata-chan at school versus the current Hinata-chan, they were truly two completely different people. After resting for a bit, his friend suddenly opened her eyes. Naruto-kun, what's that delicious thing in your bag? It looks so mouth-watering. This? It's a strawberry shortcake I bought at the supermarket. The legendary strawberry shortcake. That was exactly what Hinata-chan was craving most at this moment. Seeing her excited face as she held the box, Naruto-kun handed her a fork. I bought this all for you. So go ahead and help yourself. Really? Really? She cheered. Naruto-kun wondered if Hinata-chan still liked cake, like she used to. But he didn't expect that. As soon as he spoke, Hinata-chan suddenly froze without a reaction. Oh, did I remember it wrong? Ah, no, it's not that. I still love cake. Hinata-chan replied flustered. It's just, I'm curious. How did you know I liked cake? This goes back to when they were both tiny. One day, Naruto-kun saw Hinata-chan holding a comic book about cakes. Reading it so intensely she forgot the world existed. The innocent, hungry smile she had then was something Naruto-kun remembered to this very day. Hee, you even remembered that? Recalling the old days, Hinata-chan confessed she always had a strong wish. She didn't say what that wish was, only quietly opened the cake box, used the fork to slice the strawberry, the very soul of the cake, and then, quick as a flash, moved it close to Naruto-kun's mouth. This is the best part. Thank you for coming over to be with me today. This is my return gift. Even though you bought the cake, please have a taste. Facing Hinata-chan's sudden, feeding move, Naruto-kun's face turned beet red. He stammered. No, it's nothing. What gift? It's not a big deal. Seeing that Naruto-kun wouldn't open his mouth, Hinata-chan suddenly grew worried. Do you not like strawberries? No, that's not it, I love them. Then that's good. Now, open wide, or I'll give it to the dog. Goodness. Hinata-chan was determined to feed him herself, wasn't she? Even as childhood friends. Doing something like this at this age was truly overwhelming for Naruto-kun. He intended to take the fork and say he could eat it himself. But seeing him disobey, Hinata-chan pouted and puffed out her cheeks in a sulky display. Naruto-kun had seen this expression 1,000 times before. Whenever Hinata-chan was unhappy, she would turn into this coquettish state. With no other choice, he cast aside all thoughts and obediently opened his mouth to eat that best strawberry piece. Hinata-chan asked anxiously, "Is it good?" It's delicious." "Great. Now it's my turn, hee hee." Hinata-chan tasted a piece and exclaimed, The flavor is really good." She ate while flashing an incredibly adorable smile. Naruto-kun sat beside her witnessing it all, thinking to himself, compared to this smile, that strawberry earlier had no taste at all. After eating her fill, the sleepiness arrived. Good night, Z's. What was going on? Had the cold turned Hinata-chan into baby mode already? Naruto-kun checked his watch. It was still so early and yet she was asleep. He could only shake his head with a wry smile. Quietly took Hinata-chan's second spare key and headed home. The next morning at school, Naruto-kun faced a serious, critical problem. That was, he had to find a way to return the key to Hinata-chan as soon as possible. He just didn't know if she would attend school today. While he was lost in deep thought, a familiar voice rang out from behind. Naruto-kun, good morning. Thank you for yesterday. I'm all better now. She added that if possible, she wanted to thank his mother in person. Having said that, Hinata-chan quietly returned to her seat. This polite and formal attitude, like that of a stranger, made Naruto-kun feel a massive sense of disappointment. Yesterday's Hinata-chan and today's were truly two completely different people. But what Naruto-kun didn't see was that as soon as she turned her back, the tips of Hinata-chan's ears turned bright red. She was scolding herself. Oh my god. Why did I say such ordinary things? Is it going to be okay? In the classroom at that moment, Naruto-kun wasn't the only one feeling flustered. And by the end of the day, he still hadn't found any opportunity to return the key to his friend. How awkward. Well, if it's too hard, I'll just figure it out later. You too. Please just go get married already and do me a favor. Right after school ended, Naruto-kun held Hinata-chan's key in his hand and fell into contemplation. How on earth was he supposed to solve this dilemma? Oh, right. I just need to drop this key into Hinata-chan's mailbox. And that's it. For a moment, Naruto-kun was shaken by his own brilliance. So he leisurely walked to his friend's front door and skillfully located the mailbox. Hey, just put the key in here and everything ends. Well, except this feeling of crouching sneakily while holding the key to a girl's house. It makes his heart race like a cycle of reincarnation. Yeah, it really does make one nervous, doesn't it? A voice rang out right next to his ear. Suddenly, Naruto-kun's sneaky actions were discovered by a blonde girl. She immediately crouched down and used a merciless iron hand to grab Naruto-kun, who was about to bolt. It's over. I'm totally doomed this time. Don't avoid my gaze. So who was this lovely blonde girl? That was Naruto-kun and Hinata-chan's classmate, named Sakura-chan. Looking at her attitude toward Naruto-kun, it seemed their relationship was also not just average. Sakura softly called Naruto-kun's name with a suggestive tone. Haha. Why are you holding the key to her house like that? Naruto-kun knew he had just walked into a big mess. Class president. That key is. Sakura's curiosity made Naruto-kun feel extremely terrified. Hey, Naruto-kun. I really want to eat a parfait. Huh? Why eat ice cream all of a sudden? Sakura turned, flipping her brilliant blonde hair acting threateningly. If the classmates found out about what just happened, what would they think? Hee hee. So that's why I want a parfait. And so, a delicious, sweet parfait appeared in the very next second. But at this moment, only Sakura was happy. Because Naruto-kun's wallet was nearly depleted. After receiving the hush money, Sakura rested her chin on her hand and looked at him. Now, start telling your story. Tell it to a sister and I won't let you lose out. After all, we are in a four emperors relationship. Having stated her intention, Sakura began to deal with the parfait enthusiastically. Thinking back, it had been a long time since Naruto-kun heard that name. The four emperors. Right. Should we call that other guy over too? Forget it. It would be a hassle to call someone over so suddenly. To explain a bit, the so-called four emperors was the group of childhood best friends of the male lead. Since there were four of them and they were obsessed with One Piece, they took the name Four Emperors. Previously in the photo album, the male lead had also shown us the person on the far left with black hair and glasses was none other than today's Sakura-chan. Looking at the photos, you could see they were truly close as children. It's just that Sakura-chan has changed so much now. It's a true case of the ugly duckling turning into a swan. From the quiet girl of the past, she had become a high-energy gal-style girl. Seeing Naruto-kun fall silent, Sakura-chan attacked again, pressing him with intense interest. Tell me everything already. Come on, come on. Seeing Sakura-chan wouldn't let him off the hook, Naruto-kun had to explain from start to finish about Hinata-chan being sick, then being asked by the teacher to bring her homework. Sakura-chan must have heard about that, right? I think I did hear something about that. But what does that have to do with you holding the key to her house? Sakura-chan didn't seem satisfied with Naruto-kun's answer, because she wanted to hear the most dramatic part. With no way to escape, Naruto-kun had to explain one more time. That day, she fainted right at the door, then fell fast asleep. I put her in bed and left, so I had to lock the door. Naruto-kun finished saying all of that tremblingly, immediately glancing at Sakura-chan's reaction. Huh? Is that all? That's it? How boring. Sakura-chan pouted in disappointment. I wanted to see something where blood flows like a river. No. What kind of plot points are you adding in your head? Anyway? Naruto-kun panicked. What other plot could there be? Obviously, a relationship like that. Hee hee. To prevent Sakura-chan from misunderstanding, Naruto-kun frantically explained that absolutely nothing crossed the line. However, Sakura-chan actually believed what he said, because she understood Hinata-chan very well. Suddenly fainting outside was indeed her usual style. But Sakura-chan mused. It's just that we are all grown up now. For a girl to have absolutely no guard up, collapsing like that in front of a boy, isn't that too much of a vulnerability? So Hinata-chan must trust you immensely. Because Naruto-kun was there, she felt safe enough to rely on you. Hearing that, Naruto-kun added, True. In some aspects, Hinata-chan hasn't changed at all compared to the old days. Oh ho. The part one wanted to hear is finally here. Give me an example. Well, for example, when she smiles, or something. As I thought, there's definitely something between you two. Hee hee hee. Sakura-chan finally chipped them successfully. Excitedly, she spread her arms wide, declaring that if Naruto-kun ever had any troubles, he should come to her. As long as it concerned Hinata-chan, she would do her best to help. After finishing the ice cream and sweets, Sakura-chan grabbed her bag and stood up, looking very satisfied. But then she suddenly turned to ask Naruto-kun, Hey, do you kind of hate me? Huh? Why would you say that? That's absolutely not the case. Good. Then if you don't hate me, why don't you call me by my name like in the old days? Naruto-kun hesitantly explained that it was because everyone was all grown up. Fortunately, Sakura-chan's personality after growing up was extremely straightforward. She argued that since they were all members of the four emperors and played so closely as kids, it would be weird to meet as classmates and call each other by last names now. What she said truly made sense. Naruto-kun then asked, "So, what should I call you? How about Lady Mai-chan?" "Hee, I'm kidding, just call me Mai-chan." Mai-chan? Sakura-chan also planned to invite the rest of the group to hang out next time. Naruto-kun was a bit worried since they hadn't talked in a long time. But Sakura-chan patted her chest in assurance. "We're all friends. It'll be fine. Old friendship never dies. As long as Mai-chan thinks it's cool." Their relationship gradually warmed up with the radiant smile of the blonde girl. Then Naruto-kun suddenly remembered. "By the way, why were you in front of Hinata-chan's house?" Sakura-chan glanced at her phone and shrieked. "Oh crap. Because I had a little time before my part-time job. I planned to stop by and check on her. Oh no, I'm going to be late for work." Having said that, she let out a shout and dashed away, not forgetting to wave to Naruto-kun. "I'm off to work. Bye-bye. See you at school." Watching Sakura-chan's retreating figure, Naruto-kun was filled with questions. Why could he call Mai-chan by her name so normally? Yet he couldn't call Hinata-chan like he did in the old days? Besides, were Mai-chan and Hinata-chan keeping in touch with each other? Was today's encounter truly just a coincidence? While he was lost in thought, his sister's voice rang out, interrupting him. "Welcome back, big brother. You're in such a good mood. Did something happy happen?" "Yeah, it's great. I just saw Hinata-chan. And now I'm seeing you too. And finally, it was time to go to Hinata-chan's house for a sleepover." A sleepover at her house? A new problem had just appeared. In Chapter 6, the younger sister, without saying a word, directly dragged her brother to Hinata-chan's house to stay the night together, even though he didn't fully understand his sister's intentions. Very soon after, Naruto-kun was pulled to Hinata-chan's front door. At this moment, his younger sister was wearing a radish-shaped outfit, looking extremely excited, carrying a large bag and ringing the doorbell. "Hinata-chan, we're here." His sister's final words finally made Naruto-kun wake up. Was he really going to sleep over at Hinata-chan's tonight? Just as he thought that, the door opened. Immediately, a familiar scent wafted out from inside. "Naruto-kun, Lisa-chan. Welcome to you both." "Ah, Hinata-chan, we're coming in. Sorry for the bother. So sorry to bother you." After Hinata-chan calmly welcomed the two siblings into the room, as the host, she very thoughtfully told them to put their luggage aside. "You two can leave your things there. I'll go prepare some tea and water right away." Faced with Hinata-chan's politeness, Naruto-kun could only reply tensely, "Thank you." However, the strange atmosphere between the two completely failed to affect the excited younger sister. Since the moment she stepped into Hinata-chan's house, the little girl had switched to full enthusiasm mode. His sister's radiant smile reminded Naruto-kun of the old days. He still remembered the first time he slept over at Hinata-chan's. The feeling back then was truly exhilarating. And he was no different from his sister now. The only thing that had changed was the current Hinata-chan. After the sister played for a while, Hinata-chan brought the tea she had prepared from the kitchen. As soon as she saw Hinata-chan, the sister cheerfully asked immediately, "What are we eating tonight, sis?" "Hey Lisa-chan. Calm down a bit," Naruto-kun reminded her. In response to the little girl's question, Hinata-chan slowly replied, "Today, I plan to make takoyaki." "Wow. Takoyaki. Hinata-chan really is the best." Hinata-chan had even prepared all the tools for today's activity. This was also the first time the two siblings, Naruto-kun and his sister, got to make takoyaki at home. Looking at Hinata-chan's calm demeanor, Naruto-kun was still a bit amazed. But thinking back, Hinata-chan lived alone. Surely she often invited friends over to play. However, Hinata-chan shook her head upon hearing that. This is the first time I've ever done this. Her words made the two siblings realize. Wasn't today's party specifically for them? How touching. Seeing the happy faces of Naruto-kun and his sister. Hinata-chan also softly whispered her thanks. Once the activity for tonight was settled, Naruto-kun suggested, how about we all go out to buy the ingredients? The younger sister was also ready to set off. But to this suggestion, Hinata-chan explained, I've already finished preparing all the ingredients. Look, you too. It's quite a lot. It was no exaggeration. It was as if Hinata-chan had brought the entire supermarket home. From snacks and drinks to fresh produce and sweets. She had everything. The younger sister saw it and became even more excited. But even that wasn't enough for Hinata-chan. She brought out another large bag. After stacking everything in the room, Hinata-chan asked Naruto-kun, somewhat anxiously, is anything missing? If you need anything, just tell me. No, not at all. Absolutely nothing is missing. Seeing this reliable side of Hinata-chan, the sister immediately understood. It looks like Hinata-chan was also extremely looking forward to this sleepover party, wasn't she? Looking forward? The smart younger sister had truly seen through Hinata-chan's heart, but realizing her words made the older girl embarrassed. The little girl ignored her brother, rushed to hug her and shouted loudly, me too, I was extremely looking forward to it as well. Out of the three people in this room, only Naruto-kun was dazed, not understanding a thing. Looking at the happy scene of the two of them, he once again remembered the old days. He remembered that day so clearly. When Hinata-chan first came over to his house to stay the night, he and his mother had welcomed her with such excitement. However, even though Hinata-chan was very small back then, she wore a massive backpack, so big that even his mother was astonished. Oh, Hinata-chan, are you really that strong, sweetie? This bag must be so heavy, isn't it? Young Naruto-kun didn't understand what was going on either. So he patted the backpack and asked, why did you bring so much stuff? Because I get to stay here with you tonight. I have so many games I want to play with you. I just kept thinking, and the things just kept piling up. Hinata-chan's bashful face back then made his mother smile softly. Even she realized just how much the little girl had looked forward to this sleepover. So that's how it is. That's wonderful, Hinata-chan. The two of you must play to your heart's content tonight. After a series of memories, Naruto-kun finally understood Hinata-chan's heart. The grown-up Hinata-chan seemed to have changed very little compared to when she was small. Whenever she anticipates something from others, she will certainly prepare a great many things. At that moment, his dazed expression caught his sister's attention. What's wrong, brother? Naruto-kun knew he wasn't allowed to ruin this atmosphere. Despite being very nervous, he still chose to stand up and declare, all right, then let's start making takoyaki. Following Naruto-kun's declaration, Hinata-chan also immediately stood up, skillfully setting to work on preparing the ingredients. First, they mixed the ingredients and spices together, then carefully poured them into the mold. How about we add a little death sauce to it? Hinata-chan suggested. Naruto-kun hurried to refuse immediately. Oh, you won't even try it? Next, the younger sister got excited again. Then let's play the explosion game. I've always wanted to see the magical eruption phenomenon when you put Mentos into Coca-Cola. But this action was also rejected by the strict older brother, as this was an important cooking stage. Under the efforts of all three plates of fragrant takoyaki were finished. The sister couldn't resist tasting a piece right away. Wow, it's so hot, but it tastes absolutely perfect. Looking at the test subject, the younger sister, being so happy. Everyone knew the dish was a grand success. Now, let's eat together. The next scene was the radiant smiles of Hinata-chan and his sister. How should he put it? No matter how many times Naruto-kun looked at it, he felt truly happy. Forget it. Perhaps he was overthinking things. regardless of how Hinata-chan looked at him. At this very moment, all three of them were extremely joyful. And so, Naruto-kun completely cast off the burden in his heart. He returned to being himself just like when he was little, beginning to enjoy the delicious food made by their own 6 hands. Before long, the plates of takoyaki were swept completely clean. The sister ate so much that her belly was round and full. Oh, this is so much fun. But for the little girl, the activities of the sleepover party weren't over yet. They were only just beginning. After eating her fill, the younger sister wouldn't sit still for a single second. I want to play games with Hinata-chan. And I want to take a bath together, too. Oh, that's right. Let's play games while we're in the bath. Before his sister's request, Hinata-chan agreed to almost everything. Only Naruto-kun started to feel a chill. He was a big guy, and taking a bath at a girl's house didn't seem quite right. Thinking this, he immediately offered a solution. How about we call it a day for now? I'll go home and shower first. After all, our house is nearby. It could be said that this sentence from Naruto-kun made both his sister and Hinata-chan freeze. The younger sister pondered for a moment and then the younger sister was immediately shocked. Why on earth do you have to go home? Why? That's right. Hinata-chan also completely couldn't understand it. Why go home? Since you're already here, wouldn't it be better just to shower here? Hinata-chan's natural lack of guard was like an unintentional punch delivered straight to Naruto-kun. Was this the legendary one-punch strike? Alright. Then after showering, it'll be time for games. For the sister, the sleepover activities were still going on extremely vibrantly. It could be said that today the sister was the MVP. Thanks to the enthusiastic support of the little girl, Naruto-kun finally had to agree to shower and stay over at Hinata-chan's house. At this time, the sister excitedly pulled out a gaming console. Then, game start. As for the showering, Hinata-chan lets the two of us bathe together later. The sister was so adorable that Hinata-chan couldn't possibly refuse. Only the older brother, Naruto-kun, could not be comfortable like that at all, because he was a true gentleman. Showering at a girl's house later meant he would definitely have to use things that Hinata-chan had used. Good grief. I can't think about this anymore. The more I think, the more confused I get. While Naruto-kun was lost in thought, his sister, quick as a flash, tossed him a controller and skillfully connected the console to the screen. The game I've chosen for today is Food Escape. This was a horror title that had been extremely popular lately. Naruto-kun didn't expect his sister to pick this game. But what he expected even less was, why were both Hinata-chan and his sister trembling and hiding behind his back like this? Whoa, you two gave me a real fright. Seeing her brother's intention to retreat, the sister immediately stepped up to save the day. Though her whole body was shaking like a leaf, she spoke heroically. You just focus on charging ahead. I'm right here by your side. Once you've moved forward, there's no stopping. You talk a big game, but you're shaking like a wet dog. Naruto-kun teased. This isn't shaking. This is the excitement of a warrior. Oh, how cool. So when exactly do you plan to start playing? Seeing that her brother still wouldn't take the bait, the sister got all flustered. Just as the two siblings were locked in an endless tug of war, Hinata-chan spoke softly from behind. Naruto-kun, do you remember? When we were little, I was absolutely terrified of horror stuff like this. Naruto-kun obviously knew that very well, but he was curious to know if the grown-up Hinata-chan had overcome this fear yet. Hinata-chan shook her head, saying she didn't know, because she had always avoided similar things until now. However, at this moment, Hinata-chan felt overcoming her fear starts today. Where did that confidence come from? To Naruto-kun's question, Hinata-chan pointed toward his sister. Because the two of you are truly very interesting. Let's work hard together. That's right. A high-energy younger sister really could significantly reduce the level of fear. So in this room, both the sister and Hinata-chan declared they were not afraid. And naturally, the duty of taking the lead was pushed onto Naruto-kun. Fortunately, Naruto-kun had seen people play this game before. It actually wasn't too terribly scary. And so the formation was set. Naruto-kun held the controller sitting in front, while the sister and Hinata-chan clung tightly to his shoulders. Once everyone was in position, the sister shouted, "Game start." Naruto-kun had only controlled the character for a few steps when the next scene hit them with a jump scare right against the screen. The thing was, for Naruto-kun, his sister's scream in his ear was much scarier than the ghost in the game. Being teased by her brother, the sister blushed but remained stubborn. As a warrior, I am enjoying the feeling of conquering my fear. Alright, great spirit. Who's next? Turning to look, Hinata-chan had been scared into stone already. Seeing this, the sister wanted to tease her even more. Whoa, that level is done. I wonder if a scarier monster will appear in the next one? Regarding this game, Naruto-kun knew very well that the monsters appeared completely at random and were impossible to predict. It was that very uncertainty that was the most heart-stopping part. The challenge from the warrior sister made the atmosphere even more exciting. But the little girl didn't expect those words to make Hinata-chan truly terrified. Hinata-chan's big, sparkling round eyes began to show dizzying swirls. She softly asked Naruto-kun, "Naruto-kun, could I lean a little closer to you?" What is this? Isn't this a classic trope from those romance mangas? But now was not the time to sit there and tease her, because Hinata-chan looked like she was about to cry. Faced with his childhood friend's plea, Naruto-kun agreed immediately. Seeing that both were ready, the sister declared again, "Game start. Round 2, begin." Whoa, big brother, you're the best. Hurry up and clear this level. Naruto-kun felt his heart beating incredibly fast right now. It wasn't because of the scary monsters in the game. The real reason his heart wanted to jump out of his chest was Hinata-chan's hand, which was constantly tightening its grip on his arm. After a dramatic and breathless journey, they finally beat the game. The sister cheered. That was so much fun. Big brother is number one. Looking at his sister's proud expression, Naruto-kun couldn't help but tease. Lisa-chan was the one who screamed the loudest. So what? Screaming makes it fun. Now, warrior Lisa-chan has to go to the bathroom alone. Having said that, the little girl dashed out of the room at the speed of light. Naruto-kun was truly astonished. Had his sister watched all that without feeling scared at all? On the contrary, the person truly trembling in this room was Hinata-chan, who was huddling against him. Hey, Hinata-chan, the game is over. There's nothing scary anymore. Naruto-kun, I couldn't overcome the fear. I don't dare go to the bathroom alone. What on earth was happening? Hinata-chan at this moment gave off such a fragile vibe that it made one simply want to protect her. Naruto-kun flusteredly explained. Then, should I take you there? Do you want to go right now? Faced with Naruto-kun's gentleness, Hinata-chan shook her head in confusion. To reassure her, Naruto-kun hurriedly promised, "Next time, I will definitely pay more attention." Finally, Hinata-chan's breathing gradually stabilized. But strangely, her hand tightened its grip on Naruto-kun even more than before. This time, it was Naruto-kun's turn to feel scared. He couldn't understand at what point their relationship had reverted to being exactly like when they were little. Both were silent for a moment. Then Hinata-chan softly explained, "That game earlier was truly terrifying. But when I'm by Naruto-kun's side like this, I feel very safe. I wonder if Naruto-kun still remembers. Back then, whenever I was scared, you always held my hand tightly like this." How could Naruto-kun ever forget that scene? There was one time Hinata-chan accidentally saw a scary image and hid away completely under the blankets. At that time, Naruto-kun was full of energy. Like a prince coming to rescue a princess. Breaking through the blanket, prison, and firmly grasping her hand. Seeing Naruto-kun remain silent, Hinata-chan felt a slight pang of disappointment. Could it be that you don't remember? She asked further. Now that you're grown up, do you still clearly remember those things? Naruto-kun saw that his friend looked like she was about to sulk. So he quickly started listing them. It wasn't just that. There were also those rainy nights with thunder and lightning. And even those times with the little insects. Hearing that Naruto-kun still remembered so many things, Hinata-chan's sulkiness vanished by more than half. Naruto-kun intended to try and remember if his friend was afraid of anything else when the MVP sister appeared right on time. Done. The gaming session is over. Hinata-chan, let's go take a bath. Hearing his sister's call, Hinata-chan immediately nodded in agreement. Naruto-kun stayed in the room, quietly watching the backs of the two of them. In his mind, the images of the old days appeared once again. He still remembered that day vividly. He had crawled under Hinata-chan's blanket, constantly comforting his friend. It's okay, it's really okay. Give me your hand. Even if it rains, thunders, or if it's pitch black, or even if monsters come, I will always protect you. Please remember, this is our lifelong promise. Thinking back on his innocent self from that year, Naruto-kun couldn't help but feel embarrassed. That promise from back then. How could he possibly forget it? After a series of activities from eating to gaming. Now that his sister and Hinata-chan were bathing, Naruto-kun felt as if his energy was depleted. Clearly, they only had fried pork cutlets and played games. So why was he this tired? He looked at his phone. It was 7:53 p.m. At this moment, besides the feeling of exhaustion, a strange emotion crept into his heart. His heart kept beating at a very fast and peculiar rhythm. No matter how many times he had seen this familiar room, he still found it filled with the breath of nostalgia. Then he asked himself a core question. Why was Hinata-chan so insistent on keeping him here to stay the night? Thinking it over and over, the only answer could be because they are childhood friends. He immediately searched for the keyword, childhood friends. And the search engine provided an objective definition. Close friends who have known each other since childhood. This definition seemed correct. But for Naruto-kun, it still wasn't enough. The feeling between him and Hinata-chan, plus his sister as well, seemed more like a family than just mere friends. Meanwhile, on the other side of the door, the younger sister was soaking in the bathtub, feeling very refreshed, along with 3 yellow toy ducks. Seeing Lisa-chan's adorable appearance, Hinata-chan did not withhold her praise. You're so cute. And these little ducks are too. Do you see, sis? They all have names. They grew up together, so they have a great relationship. Today, the younger sister had also fulfilled a long-held wish. She finally got to bathe together with Hinata-chan. I'm so happy. Are you happy too, sis? I am. Hinata-chan replied with a smile. Suddenly, the younger sister raised a small curiosity. Why did you and big brother keep calling each other by your last names today? The question made Hinata-chan freeze for a few seconds. She didn't expect Lisa-chan to be such a subtle observer. To prevent the little girl from misunderstanding, Hinata-chan quickly explained that she and Naruto-kun weren't fighting or having any friction at all. Lisa-chan suddenly burst out laughing, lining up the 3 little ducks close together. I know everything. Big brother and you are best friends. I'm never worried. Besides, I'm grown up too. I understand that these things happen because of certain emotions. It's perfectly normal. Faced with her sister's understanding, Hinata-chan breathed a sigh of relief. She felt Lisa-chan was absolutely right. Today, she truly had a very strange feeling. If possible, she wanted Naruto-kun to call her by her first name, instead of calling her by her last name so formally. That's easy. From now on, I'll just keep calling you Sister Hinata-chan. Forever, and that'll fix it, Lisa Chan said mischievously. What a refreshing bath. Lisa Chan stepped out of the bathtub in an extremely excited mood. Hinata Chan told the little girl. There will be ice cream to eat after the bath. Whoa, awesome. Sis, do you have vanilla, strawberry, or chocolate? Whatever flavor you want, I have it all. This truly is heaven, sis. Huh? What's wrong? Lisa Chan suddenly noticed Hinata Chan had gone silent. Well, Lisa Chan. Since I usually live alone, I forgot to bring my underwear in here. Lisa Chan's jaw dropped in surprise. Huh? Then what do we do now? How about I go out and get it for you? Seeing the younger sister acting so reliable, Hinata Chan could only depend on the little girl. Hinata Chan also quickly regained her composure. She held a long-style nightgown in her hand, thinking to herself that if she wore this, there probably wouldn't be a problem. So she decided to return to the room with Lisa Chan first. Before changing, Lisa Chan replied with a "Roger," and both returned to the bedroom. As soon as she saw her brother, the little girl immediately announced the great news. Brother, we get to eat ice cream after our bath. Naruto-kun was also delighted to hear that. He turned to thank Hinata Chan for her thoughtfulness. For Hinata Chan, the happiness of her guests was more important than anything. So, next it's Naruto-kun's turn to take a shower. Thanks. Naruto-kun replied. It seemed there was no escaping this after all. He had to face the terrifying issue of sharing a bathroom with a girl. He patted his sister's head and said softly, I'll be back. Right after my shower. Hinata Chan quietly watched Naruto-kun's back as he left the room. Stepping into the bathroom, a fragrant scent immediately hit his nose. To be honest, young Naruto-kun had no impression of this scent at all. Why did he notice it so much now that he was grown up? But then he suddenly froze, realizing he had forgotten to bring clean clothes in and had to go back to get them urgently. In the bedroom, Lisa Chan was still clinging to Hinata Chan, constantly asking what flavor of ice cream she liked. Hinata Chan just wanted to quickly put her clothes on before eating the ice cream. She had just found her outfit when the door was suddenly pushed open by Naruto-kun. Oh, are you done already? Why so fast? Lisa Chan asked in surprise. Of course, he wasn't done. Naruto-kun stood stunned, catching sight of Hinata Chan holding her clothes in her hands. The two stared at each other for a long time, until Naruto-kun startled and slammed the door shut. Sorry. Why did it turn out like this? He blamed himself. Could it be that Hinata Chan also forgot he had to come back to get his things? After witnessing that scene, how was he supposed to face Hinata Chan? While standing dazed in front of the door, suddenly the door behind him opened, causing Naruto-kun to fall backward onto the floor. Lisa Chan and Hinata Chan both looked curiously at him lying on the ground. Naruto-kun wouldn't stop apologizing, but Hinata Chan tilted her head in confusion. Why are you apologizing? Do you mean about seeing my clothes just now? In Hinata Chan's eyes, this was no different from what used to happen when they were little. We're childhood friends, after all. I still clearly remember you used to have a pair of monster-patterned underwear. Hearing Hinata Chan bring up his old achievement, Naruto-kun's face turned beet red. Good heavens. What on earth was I doing as a kid? What was so great about those pants to show them off? It turned out Hinata Chan didn't care about what just happened at all. She was only curious why he came back, whether he had forgotten his clothes. Her nonchalant attitude lightened Naruto-kun's heart. He scrambled to his feet, grabbed his clean clothes, and promised to take a serious shower. This time, absolutely not letting any more incidents happen. On the way back to the bathroom, Hinata Chan's words kept echoing in his head. Maybe she was right. But even if she was, every time he recalled the image from earlier, a complex emotion surged within him. In the room, Lisa Chan also noticed a major issue. Big brother is gone. But why is Hinata-chan's face so beet red like that? Only Naruto-kun knew the true reason. What he had just seen earlier clearly wasn't a child's underwear anymore. Just like their childhood friendship over the years. The thing that had changed wasn't just their feelings, but also their bodies. A while later, when Naruto-kun had finished showering, it was already late at night. In his capacity as an older brother, Naruto-kun hurriedly urged his sister that it was time to go to sleep. Now, however, the brother's concern only received a resounding shout from Lisa-chan. "I don't want to." The little girl hadn't played enough yet. Now, Lisa-chan wanted to be escorted by her brother and Hinata-chan too. Play many more games. Looking at his sister's skyrocketing spirit, Hinata-chan felt as if the little girl had absolutely no intention of sleeping. Naruto-kun glanced at the clock. It was 10:29 p.m. Normally, Lisa-chan should have been fast asleep long ago. What to do? He decided to text his mother for help. "Mom, Lisa-chan refuses to go to sleep. What should I do?" A second after sending it, his mother replied immediately. It turned out she had anticipated that they wouldn't be able to sleep early. He was completely seen through. But unfortunately, his mother didn't have any better ideas either. Right at that moment, Hinata-chan suddenly remembered. "Ah, I remember now. I remember what we used to do when we were little." "Huh? What do you remember?" "Before going to sleep, we used to do a special pose to fall asleep easily." "Hinata-chan, you even remember that?" "Of course, I find it very nostalgic. If I remember correctly, back then we called that pose the Nei-Nei exercise dance." Seeing Hinata-chan drifting further and further off orbit, Naruto-kun hurriedly interrupted. But no matter how hard he tried to block the past, vivid memories kept flooding back. As a child, he was extremely hyperactive. Before sleep, he would always do weird poses and say nonsensical things. Even though no one understood what he was doing, Hinata-chan always clapped and cheered enthusiastically. Hinata-chan also remembered that Naruto-kun's mother used to love watching her son do that. So later on, whenever they had the chance to sleep over at each other's houses, this pre-sleep ritual was passed down. Speaking of which, Hinata-chan turned to ask, "Naruto-kun, do you want to do it again?" "Never." "What are you thinking? Those weird things." Naruto-kun refused bluntly. They were both grown up now. He decided to trust in science and searched online. What should parents do when children refuse to sleep? The most popular answer was, play with the child enthusiastically until they are exhausted. Then they will have a good night's sleep. It seemed Naruto-kun had accidentally chosen the best tactic. He felt smug. See, very scientific. If you force sleep without doing anything, it only causes anxiety. However, Naruto-kun and Hinata-chan's discussion hit the sisters' radar. Lisa-chan was extremely curious. What is the Nei-Nei exercise dance? Noticing her curiosity, Hinata-chan immediately leaned down to tell her about her brother's past heroic feats. After hearing it, Lisa-chan's eyes sparkled, admiring her brother immensely. "Big brother is so cool. Let's dance together now. Hurry up, hurry up. Brother." Hinata-chan's words had officially activated the sisters' endless source of energy. Among the three, only Naruto-kun was caught between laughter and tears. Why does this excited look of my sister seem so familiar? Of course it was familiar. Lisa-chan now was exactly like Naruto-kun back then. Seeing that Naruto-kun no longer refused vehemently, Hinata-chan prepared the blankets and even the bunny plushie. "Brother, we are ready to go to sleep." Not to mention Lisa-chan's excitement. But what Naruto-kun couldn't understand was why Hinata-chan was still so childish even though she was so big. Clearly, both were already high school students. But Hinata-chan didn't seem to care. She found this very fun. Looking at his friend's playful appearance, Naruto-kun remembered Hinata-chan's Roger, Captain gesture from years ago. "Alright, I give up on you too. Just this once. Are the members ready?" First, we must stand straight and shout, "Hey-oh! Hey-oh! Hey-oh my foot! Wait until I give the order." Then everyone dive into the blankets. It absolutely had to create a loud boom. Now, let's call out the command together. Nay nay nay, boom. Reading these lines is so embarrassing. But the characters in the story are extremely excited as they dive into the blankets. The exercise dance ended, and the younger sister excitedly threw off the blankets. Whoa, I don't want to go to sleep at all now. Naruto-kun had completely anticipated this situation. He just didn't understand why even Hinata-chan had been dragged into it. Explaining this, Hinata-chan quickly said it was because she was holding Lisa-chan's hand and was unintentionally pulled down by her. After performing those moves, Hinata-chan felt extremely embarrassed, blushing as she buried her head in the blankets. A high school boy like Naruto-kun could deeply empathize with this feeling. Among the three, only Lisa-chan was the most thrilled. This is great. How about all three of us sleep together? Naruto-kun could not accept this proposal, because the bed was very small, if three people lay together. But seeing that her brother looked unhappy, Lisa-chan immediately rolled around on the floor throwing a tantrum. Seeing this, Hinata-chan tried to soothe her. Maybe we should just sleep together. Hinata-chan's intention was to coax Lisa-chan to sleep first. And then after that, the two of them could do as they pleased. This plan would only succeed if Naruto-kun cooperated. Seeing that Hinata-chan seemed serious, Naruto-kun naturally did not refuse. So Naruto-kun, Hinata-chan, and the younger sister all lay quietly on the bed. Perhaps because they had exercised so much today. Before long, Lisa-chan was tightly clutching her bunny plushie and fell fast asleep with a look of contentment. But once his sister was sound asleep, Naruto-kun noticed a major problem. He had thought having his sister in the middle would make the relationship less awkward. Not expecting that once she slept, the atmosphere between him and Hinata-chan would become even more unnatural. In the dark, Hinata-chan opened her eyes wide, softly touched the younger sister, and whispered, just as Naruto-kun said, "It seems we've both grown up, haven't we?" Is it just grown up? Naruto-kun felt she wasn't wrong. It's precisely because they're grown up that there are these. Just as Naruto-kun was about to speak his mind, he discovered that Hinata-chan had also fallen asleep. Looking closely, Hinata-chan's sleeping posture was no different from when she was little. Where exactly was the adult part in any of this? Since things were like this, Naruto-kun also decided to close his eyes and sleep. The next day, the sky was clear and the clouds were gone. Naruto-kun and his sister were still sound asleep on the bed, while Hinata-chan had put on her apron and started making breakfast. As a girl living alone, she gently turned on the stove, skillfully frying eggs. Even though Hinata-chan tried her best to be careful, the distance between the kitchen and the bedroom was so close. Yet it did not awaken the two siblings sleeping in the exact same pose. Watching Naruto-kun and Lisa-chan sleeping peacefully in her house, Hinata-chan couldn't help but smile happily. She continued her work. The sound of the knife chopping onions, thump thump thump, rang out steadily. Finally, Naruto-kun woke up. He opened his eyes and looked around. Huh? Is it morning already? Oh man, I slept so well last night. Wait, why does it smell so good? Could it be that Hinata-chan is already up? That's right. Hinata-chan was not only up, but had also finished the second dish for breakfast. Good morning, Naruto-kun. Good morning, Hinata-chan. Are you making breakfast? Is there anything I can help with? Now it's just a matter of serving the rice. The miso soup is almost done too. Naruto-kun thought to himself that he should wake his sister up now. Hinata-chan was a bit reluctant because she saw Lisa-chan sleeping so soundly, but Naruto-kun said it was fine. At home he regularly woke her up, and even helped her wash her face. While he was at it, he intended to change his clothes too. Seeing Naruto-kun so reliable, Hinata-chan felt at ease and went back to finish breakfast. After the division of labor was settled, Naruto-kun scooped up his sister who was still fast asleep and sat her on his hip. Immediately after, Naruto-kun helped his sister with her personal hygiene and changed her clothes. Very quickly, in the next scene, Lisa-chan was happily clinging to Hinata-chan's back. "Good morning, Hinata-chan. You smell so good." "Wait, no, breakfast smells so good, sis. It looks so delicious. Did you make all of this?" Looking at the lavish meal, Hinata-chan was still a bit worried if there were any dishes. Lisa-chan didn't like to eat. The little girl quickly added, "As long as Hinata-chan makes it, I'll love every single dish." Speaking of ingredients, Naruto-kun suddenly realized there was a stir-fried burdock dish for breakfast. His favorite. Naturally, Lisa-chan noticed too. She immediately turned to her brother to tease him. "Whoa, awesome, there's the dish big brother loves most." Seeing that everyone was satisfied, Hinata-chan smiled. "Then let's eat together." The breakfast Hinata-chan made was truly a masterpiece. Especially the burdock dish, which was prepared so skillfully. Seeing the two siblings eating heartily, Hinata-chan finally breathed a sigh of relief. Lisa-chan once again declared, "You are just super duper adorable, sis." Naruto-kun took another bite of the burdock and sensed a very familiar flavor. Hinata-chan immediately explained, "Naruto-kun's mother taught me how to make this. Because it was so delicious, I memorized the recipe completely." "Huh? When did she teach you that?" Naruto-kun asked in surprise. But Hinata-chan only gave a secret smile and didn't answer. Right after that, a new trouble arose. "May I ask if there is any more rice left?" The siblings had polished off their first bowls in the blink of an eye. Hinata-chan had naturally anticipated this. There was still plenty of rice in the cooker. So the two siblings happily grabbed their bowls and ran to the kitchen. Could you scoop me a really full bowl? Like, super duper heaped up?" Lisa-chan asked a rather peculiar question. "Of course I can," Hinata-chan replied. Luckily, she had cooked much more rice than usual. It was truly the most satisfying meal ever. Looking at the bowl of rice piled so high it seemed to touch the clouds, Lisa-chan suddenly had a bold idea. She turned to her brother and said, "Big brother, stop pretending. Hinata-chan has completely captured your stomach, hasn't she? I want a sister-in-law just like her." Then the little girl turned and hugged Hinata-chan tightly. "I want to drink the miso soup you make every single day. Hinata-chan, you absolutely must become Naruto-kun's wife." Hinata-chan was very happy that the little girl liked her cooking. Naruto-kun breathed a sigh of relief, thinking his sister was only joking. Who would have thought that in the next second, Lisa-chan would solemnly declare, "From this day forward, Hinata-chan is officially a member of our family." This god-tier support from his sister made Naruto-kun nearly choke on his rice. "Hey, I haven't even agreed to this yet. What's wrong, big brother? Why is your face turning as red as if you're about to faint?" After eating and drinking their fill, it was finally time to say goodbye. Naruto-kun put on his shoes, once again thanking Hinata-chan for her thoughtful hospitality over the past few days. Good times really do fly by. Hinata-chan felt very happy too. But wait, where did the sister go? Naruto-kun looked around and found his sister huddling in a corner, clutching the takoyaki maker from yesterday and wailing, "I'm not going home. I want to make takoyaki today too." Facing his stubborn younger sister, Naruto-kun had to sit down and coax her. "First of all, this doesn't belong to our house. Second, we have to go back, otherwise mom will be very worried." Hearing that mom would worry, Lisa-chan finally acknowledged the seriousness of the situation. In the end, she wailed while hugging the pot tightly, refusing to let go. Naruto-kun had to play the part of the cruel older brother, decisively prying the pot out of his sister's hands. Hinata-chan stood by watching Lisa-chan in despair, while Naruto-kun kept feeling an indescribable sense of familiarity. Seeing Lisa-chan so sad, Hinata-chan suddenly had an idea. "Leave it to me. Lisa-chan, come here, let me tell you something." The two of them whispered something that Naruto-kun could not hear. He had no idea what magic Hinata-chan had used. But in an instant, his sister revived with full energy. "Hee. Lisa-chan is going home now." Naruto-kun was beyond bewildered. "Hey Hinata-chan. What did you just say to her? Was that some kind of magic?" Hinata-chan smiled and explained. "There's no such thing as magic. I was just following Naruto-kun's example." "Following mine?" "That's right," Hinata-chan said softly. "In the old days, every time a sleepover ended and she had to return home, she would feel very sad." Hearing her mention it, Naruto-kun remembered that such things did indeed happen. No wonder he found this feeling so familiar. Hinata-chan continued. Whenever he saw her sad, Naruto-kun would walk up and say to her in an excited tone, "Tomorrow let's blow bubbles together. We can play with paper airplanes too. Oh, that's right, and the swings. If we're at home we can play games. I still have 50 cents. We can go to the secret base to fish for shrimp or catch bugs. Anything is fine." Naruto-kun's mother, hearing that back then, even teased him about how he could play so many things in just one day. But Naruto-kun didn't care. He wanted to make sure that from that day on, he could play with Hinata-chan every single day. Just hearing Naruto-kun plan so many exciting things, Hinata-chan's sadness vanished instantly. When she snapped out of it, her heart was filled with anticipation. Listening to Hinata-chan recount the old stories, Naruto-kun began to feel embarrassed. He quickly turned his face away, mumbling, Did something like that really happen?" Hinata-chan replied with a laugh. "That's right. You did it every single time." Looking at his beaming younger sister, Naruto-kun knew all too well that Hinata-chan must have promised the little girl a great many things. "That's right. Naruto-kun, will you come too? I mean, if you're willing to come along, I would be very happy." That smile of Hinata-chan's reminded Naruto-kun of how she looked as a child. He found it impossible to refuse, so he blushed and called to his sister. "All right, let's go. Goodbye, Hinata-chan." "Bye-bye, Sister Hinata-chan. See you again soon." On the balcony, Hinata-chan stood watching the silhouettes of the siblings until they disappeared into the distance. Lisa-chan kept turning her head back to wave goodbye all the way home. That sight felt very familiar to Hinata-chan. Because back then, when she left Naruto-kun's house, she used to feel just as lonely. And back then, Naruto-kun would always stand there waving vigorously, until she completely vanished from his sight. At those moments, she had been truly happy. Now that they were grown up, Naruto-kun found his sister to be quite unmatched. "Lisa-chan, walk properly. Don't keep looking back like that. It's dangerous. Besides, you're looking back too much. What's with doing it every 5 seconds? Because Hinata-chan is still waving at us." Hearing his sister say that, Hinata-chan from afar also caught the moment Naruto-kun secretly turned his head back to look. "See you again, Hinata-chan." The three of them maintained that lingering waving frequency until they could no longer see one each other. Hinata-chan let out a sigh. The past 2 days had gone by so fast. Just a moment ago, this house was so lively, filled with endless laughter, and yet, it had been a long time since she had laughed so much. Laughing until her cheeks felt a bit tired. After seeing the siblings off, she went back into the room, looking at the indoor slippers they had just worn, looking at the bowls and chopsticks they had just used, then opening the door to the room they had just stayed in. Oh, it's so quiet. A complex emotion surged in Hinata-chan's heart. She sat dazed on the edge of the bed. Then, unable to help herself, she collapsed onto the mattress. Just remembering what had happened made Hinata-chan feel truly happy. But right at that moment, her phone suddenly rang. It turned out to be her father calling. "Hello, Hinata-chan. Have you gotten used to living alone yet?" "Yes, don't worry, Dad. Naruto-kun's mother takes very good care of me." "I see. I assume things at school are fun too?" "Yes, they are. So, Hinata-chan, are you ready to say goodbye yet?" "Oh Dad, you're being too hasty. Isn't there still plenty of time?" So, that's the end of the content for this video. I hope everyone had a pleasant time watching. I am the specialist who shares interesting stories every day, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye, everyone. Wait, the video isn't over yet. After the sleepover event ended, the opening day of school finally arrived. Naruto-kun was still lingering on the thoughts of the past few days. But when he opened his shoe locker, he suddenly found a letter. On it was written, "Group of the Four Emperors, emergency meeting at the old spot." After reading the letter, Naruto-kun suddenly had a bad premonition. He knew exactly where the old spot was. It was the toy store where young Naruto-kun used to excitedly run through the commercial district to gather with his group of friends, even though those were incredibly precious memories. Thinking back, the four of them hadn't been in touch for a long time, nor had they gathered there at all. Regardless, after school was over, Naruto-kun followed the instructions in the letter and arrived in front of the familiar Happiness Road shop. He looked around but didn't see anyone he recognized. It seemed he had arrived a bit early. Suddenly, a familiar voice rang out beside him. "Naruto-kun, you finally made it." It turned out to be Mickey. But what did he buy so much of? This guy carrying 2 large bags of goods was a member of the Four Emperors. He thought everyone was coming today, so he bought a lot of things. Because he was so excited at the thought of meeting everyone again, he had rushed here first. Mickey even bragged, "I just broke my personal record today, running 50 meters in just 6 seconds. What do you think? Pretty impressive, right?" "Whoa, that's amazing," Naruto-kun marveled. "But anyway, what is this emergency meeting actually about?" Mickey explained that the summons letter seemed to have been written by Minnie-chan. He remembered that Minnie-chan seemed very excited back then, saying she wanted to do something that felt truly like youth. Naruto-kun picked up the letter, and the bad premonition in his heart grew even stronger. Mickey suddenly burst out laughing. "It's definitely because of you too. You stayed at each other's house last night, didn't you?" "Well, yeah, we did stay over. But how did you know?" Mickey then explained. Before that, he happened to run into Hinata-chan wearing a massive backpack, and she was carrying so many other things, with a face full of pure excitement. Looking at her like that, one didn't even need to guess to know she was preparing for a sleepover. "How was it, Naruto-kun? Was it fun?" Mickey asked. "Well, it was just normal," Naruto-kun replied calmly. Mickey immediately understood the situation. He mentioned that he saw Hinata-chan looking so happy at the time, even going into a $1 store to buy slippers and some personal care items. Hearing Mickey's description, Naruto-kun lowered his head. He could perfectly imagine Hinata-chan's eager expression at that moment. Therefore, Mickey had to correct his previous statement. It wasn't normal. It should be called extremely interesting, to be exact. Mickey heard this and instantly understood his friend's true feelings. Right after saying that, Mickey pulled out a bag of octopus-flavored snacks from his bag. His absolute favorite. Naruto-kun also instinctively picked out the corn-flavored candy from the pile of snacks to give to Mickey. Seeing that Naruto-kun still remembered his tastes so clearly, Mickey was as happy as a child, grabbing the candy and recalling the rich kid feeling from childhood, when they would pool all their savings to buy a whole box of treats. While the two were chatting away, other familiar voices rang out from the side. "Sorry for making everyone wait so long." It turned out to be Minnie-chan pulling Hinata-chan along. "Wow. There are so many snacks here." As the initiator of this emergency meeting, Mini-chan, now a stylish gal, sat down on a small stool, holding up her phone to take a group photo. She loudly declared, "The Four Emperors group is officially reunited." After snapping the photo, she casually said she would send it to the new group chat she just set up for them. But immediately after, the most important segment arrived. "I heard you two just slept together? What? How does even Mini-chan know about this?" Naruto-kun panicked. "Oh my gosh. The two of you suddenly having a sleepover makes me so excited. But why didn't Hinata-chan invite me?" Looking at Mini-chan's obviously fake, distressed face, Hinata-chan quickly explained that her place was a bit small, but next time she would prepare extra folding beds to welcome everyone. Once Mini-chan settled into her seat, Miki revealed the real reason for the letter. When Mini-chan heard the news that Naruto-kun and Hinata-chan had made up with each other, she was extremely happy and decided to organize this meeting. "So now, let's see what we're going to play this summer break." Naruto-kun found these words incredibly familiar. It seemed like they used to sit and deliberate just like this when they were little, right? In that moment, it felt as if all four of them had returned to the old days, sitting at the dusty old corner store to plan for the summer. Miki also deeply empathized with that feeling. So, what should they play this summer? Hinata-chan suddenly pulled out a notebook quietly. On it was a meticulously recorded list of things that their organization had yet to complete. Looking at Hinata-chan's expectant face, Naruto-kun couldn't help but smile. It turns out Hinata-chan hasn't changed at all. Then, all four of them voiced their opinions at once. But each person had a different idea. One wanted to go mountain climbing. One wanted to go to the river. Another demanded the beach. The arguing made Naruto-kun's head throb. "Hey guys. After all these years, you still haven't changed this habit? The childhood friends who used to play everything together, no matter how much their outward appearances became cool or changed as they grew up, their inner personalities remained the same. Thanks to the sisters' support, the two main characters got to share a bed. And now the old group of friends has fully reunited. But because there were too many things they wanted to do, they couldn't reach a consensus." At this moment, the clever Naruto-kun suddenly pulled out a stack of paper for folding airplanes. "Hey, if everyone can't decide, why don't we use these to settle it?" The whole group exclaimed. "Paper airplanes?" The rules were simple. A competition to see whose plane flies the farthest. And that person gets to decide. The miracle was that Naruto-kun's suggestion was immediately approved by the whole group. "I want gold." Miki chose. "I'll take silver." Mini-chan claimed her part. Naruto-kun heard this and thought to himself, "Aren't these the colors we always used back then? In the end, has no one changed at all? So what color does Hinata-chan choose?" Hinata-chan chose yellow. To be honest, that was exactly the color that Naruto-kun liked best. Seeing that Hinata-chan had already chosen yellow, Naruto-kun intended to choose another color to easily distinguish their two planes. However, Hinata-chan looked at him with determination. "Let's use the same color." Faced with that gaze, Naruto-kun simply couldn't refuse. Fortunately, Mini-chan and Miki were still preoccupied and hadn't noticed this abnormality. Perhaps because she hadn't been out to play in a long time. Mini-chan stretched and exclaimed, "Whoa, the weather today is amazing. The air is so fresh." Miki heard this and also took a very deep breath. "Really? Let me try." Setting that aside, after finishing the color selection, the whole group began to manufacture their warplanes. Naruto-kun folded while thinking, "If I win, where should we go to play?" He suddenly glimpsed some firework-related items nearby. Mini-chan was also falling into a similar state of hesitation. She asked the group if they had any ideas yet. With her gal personality, she had a long list. Anything from karaoke, going to a cafe, or going on a picnic. Meanwhile, Hinata-chan remained quiet, intently flipping through her notebook, occasionally letting out soft, "oh, ah" sounds. Seeing everyone still deep in thought, Mickey came up with another idea. He brought a pile of old toys over to Naruto-kun. "Hey, while waiting for the girls, let's play something else." Looking at the nostalgic toys in Mickey's hands, Naruto-kun's eyes lit up. So the two guys dived into playing, forgetting the world. "Whoa, it flies so high. Look at this. Look how big my bubble is." Seeing these two not worrying about the trip but instead cheating by playing early, Mini-chan grumbled, "You two. Stop playing and focus on the main point. Hey, let us join too." So she joined the group immediately. Ha ha ha, blowing bubbles is so much fun. While everyone was competing to see who could blow the biggest bubble, Naruto-kun chose to stand next to Hinata-chan, together enjoying this nostalgic feeling. A moment later, Mickey finally realized, "Oh, why isn't Hinata-chan playing along? There are plenty of toys here. Just pick whatever you like." Under everyone's encouragement, Hinata-chan began to excitedly pick out toys. Seeing his friend hesitating and unable to choose an item, Naruto-kun laughed and said, "How about we try them all out one by one?" His suggestion hit exactly what Hinata-chan was thinking. The two looked at each other and smiled. Hinata-chan nodded slightly in agreement. Naruto-kun thought to himself, "I knew she would think that. Alright, then let's play through all of these." Under Mini-chan's lead, everyone held all sorts of toys in their hands. She was still determined to blow the biggest bubble. That moment made Hinata-chan feel deeply from the bottom of her heart. It seems like no one has changed at all. Everyone is exactly the same as in the old days. Hinata-chan's words brought Naruto-kun back to the realm of memories. The scene now was no different from that year. Mini-chan and Mickey running ahead, while he and Hinata-chan walked behind. "Hey Naruto-kun, I want to blow bubbles too. Let me borrow your toy." Before Naruto-kun could even react, Hinata-chan borrowed the bubble-blowing tool right from his hand and casually blew. That's not quite right, is it? But Hinata-chan found it perfectly normal. "It's fun, right?" Looking at that smile, Naruto-kun sighed and said to himself, "As expected, this person hasn't changed a bit. She's been like this since we were kids." After having played through all the toys, the paper airplane tournament finally officially began. Looking at the group's planes, Hinata-chan and Mini-chan folded theirs in the traditional style, while Mickey and Naruto-kun's styles were truly exotic. No one could even tell what style they were. Everyone was in position and ready. "Alright, let's count down together. 3, 2, 1. Fly high into the sky." Even the slogan was exactly the same as in the old days. After everyone exerted all their strength to launch their paper planes into the sky, Mini-chan and Mickey began to cheer and shout frantically. Naruto-kun looked very happy, while Hinata-chan appeared extremely serious and tense. She seemed to want to use her eyes to carve this entire moment deep into her mind. So, who was the champion of this competition? Mickey rushed forward and loudly declared himself the winner. With the victory settled, Naruto-kun curiously asked Hinata-chan what activity she intended to choose. Her intention was to go watch fireworks. Even without unfolding her paper plane, Hinata-chan still explained with a smile that her intention was to go to a festival. No, to go to the beach. Among the four, the miserable one was Mini-chan, who came in second despite a significant gap behind the leader. In the end, all decision-making power belonged to Mickey. And his wish was, "Everyone, let's all go to my family's vacation villa to play." Huh? Why do you guys look so shocked? Didn't we go there back when we were little? Mickey's family resort had both a beach and a place to set off fireworks. It could be said it satisfied every wish of the group. As soon as they heard, everyone burst into excitement. That's so awesome. Thus, the Summer of the Four Emperors officially began here. Since Mickey won the competition, He invited the members to join the trip to his villa. Our male lead, Naruto-kun, was currently at the supermarket to shop in preparation for the trip. By total coincidence, he ran into the female lead, Hinata-chan, there. "Oh, Naruto-kun. Are you shopping too? If it's alright, let's shop together." Hinata-chan's invitation wasn't just to hand out candy. Without reason. She had her reasons. First, they were both buying things for the upcoming trip. Second, if there was no one by her side, Hinata-chan was afraid she would overspend and buy a mountain of things. Saying that, she pulled out a long, trailing shopping list. Faced with this cuteness, Naruto-kun naturally nodded in agreement immediately. Except, why did his white t-shirt look so much like a couple's outfit with Hinata-chan's? Luckily, Hinata-chan didn't notice. She smiled and pointed ahead, asking Naruto-kun to go look further. "Do you think we need to bring cards or some other games?" "Huh, Naruto-kun, why are you standing so far from me?" Actually, Naruto-kun just didn't want to be misunderstood by others. So throughout the shopping session, he kept quickening his pace ahead, eyes darting around cautiously. Hinata-chan had no choice but to try her best to catch up. Finally, she couldn't take it anymore and gently tugged his shirt from behind. "Naruto-kun, you're walking too fast." Even though he apologized out loud, inside his heart, Naruto-kun thought, "It's all because I'm thinking of you. Standing together like this makes it easy to be misunderstood." And right then, the easiest to misunderstand people appeared. Two of Naruto-kun and Hinata-chan's classmates were walking and laughing boisterously, heading straight toward them. In a split-second situation, Naruto-kun suddenly grabbed Hinata-chan's arm. "Quick, this way." Phew, that was a close call. Waiting for the two classmates to walk far away, Naruto-kun finally breathed a sigh of relief. But as the danger passed, he suddenly realized his posture just now was no different from a Kabetan move toward Hinata-chan. This move was truly too effective. "Hinata-chan, why is your face so beet red?" "Oh, sorry, I'm so sorry." How should he explain this? That action just now was just to protect you. Naruto-kun stammered out an extremely forced reason. But Hinata-chan replied, "Whoa, that reason sounds really strained. But thank you anyway. Don't worry too much. Let's go look at those things over there." Hinata-chan's attitude lightened Naruto-kun's heart. What a relief. Luckily nothing happened. But if he thought about it carefully, Naruto-kun and Hinata-chan seemed to have a real affinity for these couple outfits. And Naruto-kun's mother was standing in the background, observing with an extremely satisfied expression. Looking at Naruto-kun, who was blushing because of what had passed, Hinata-chan did not fail to notice. To be honest, she herself had never imagined that today she and Naruto-kun would be wearing outfits with such similar styles. After that little dramatic moment ended, their shopping activity continued. Naruto-kun felt they had bought enough. But Hinata-chan still wanted to buy many more things. Like that squeaky toy chicken from earlier, for instance. However, that item was flatly rejected by Naruto-kun. What would be the use of buying that? "Oh, alright then. Naruto-kun, look. Over there is a straw hat." Naruto-kun looked closely at the design. It was the kind of hat Hinata-chan used to wear all the time as a child. Of course, because Naruto-kun once praised that Hinata-chan looked very adorable wearing this hat. Having said that, Hinata-chan gave a radiant smile, placed the hat on her head, and asked Naruto-kun, "So, how about now? Do you think it looks good?" Looking at that lovely sight, Naruto-kun didn't even dare to look directly at her. "Of course. It's very adorable." "Okay. Then I'll buy this one." "Naruto-kun, wait for me a moment. I'm going over there to pay." Hinata-chan skipped happily toward the checkout counter with the hat. The cheerful appearance of Naruto-kun and Hinata-chan caught the eye of a sales clerk nearby. making her feel very delighted. She immediately stepped closer to ship them. Your girlfriend looks truly beautiful in that outfit. Girlfriend? No, we are not. Naruto-kun panicked and denied it, making the clerk feel flustered as well. You aren't? But you two are clearly wearing matching couple outfits. Just as Naruto-kun was about to explain further, Hinata-chan had finished paying on the other side. Naruto-kun immediately seized this chance to make a quick escape. However, even the goodbye gestures of Naruto-kun and Hinata-chan were exactly the same. The clerk thought to herself, I definitely didn't see it wrong. You two should just get married already for my sake. After that minor incident, Hinata-chan walked ahead and suddenly said casually, Naruto-kun, when we were little, we often wore similar clothes. And everyone used to say we were siblings, didn't they? Naruto-kun was startled. What does she mean by that? Could it be that Hinata-chan heard the sales clerk's words just now? Hee. Of course she heard them, since they were standing so close to each other. Moreover, their outfits really were very similar. Except there was one strange thing Hinata-chan couldn't understand. Why was it that in the past, wearing the same clothes meant being seen as siblings? But now, wearing the same clothes gets us mistaken for lovers? Instead of worrying about that, Hinata-chan added, Hey Naruto-kun, I want you to buy a hat exactly like this one too. Huh? That's not going to happen. The loser of today was Naruto-kun, with his face turning bright red and full of confusion. And that is the entire content of this video. I hope everyone had a great time watching. I am the specialist who shares interesting comic stories every day, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye.